Yeah, guys, we back. We back with another vlog. Today we're going on a business meeting. So yeah, like.
I gotta make a pit stop first. Gotta give me a little sister Christmas. No, the place, but the thing is, the main purpose is to get people attracted to you. But to got a lot of, got a good set of heritage sites. No, it is a heritage site, but it got different little stores and things that on it. Like the fella that we gonna meet is he coffee. He got coffee and coffee shop there. So got the fella known that's got like the cigars or things there that's got all the cultural different little things, and then they also got the restaurant. But I don't know if L's spa there still, because I recently saw her like post it up. So I ain't know, but essentially it's moved out a lot, so I'm too sure. But got the restaurant. Oh yeah, the bar. So they got a nice bar and stuff. So when we get there, we can actually like just vlog and show them around, because I think Turco is actually a decent place for the villages and stuff. But that's what's basically the main thing.
It's a good
Near the village, so it's like a variety of different shutter houses, and each shutter house has its own unique store. Yeah, store.
Yeah.
I can't believe I don't get it there. Cause you study what they use other than store, right? But they have their own unique store, and like it's still giving you a taste of the Beijing culture with the whole shutter house theme and stuff like that.
I was shocked.
Like you would never imagine that these things in these shutter houses and all that's the truth.
Yeah.
That is the truth. Today's cartel birthday, big Adi boss.
But yeah, so we job is to really like social media now. We really gotta join people that gonna like the vibe of that place. So yeah, guys, the update. The place basically already got a good amount of people coming. Sophisticated people, business owners, people that kind of network, chill. You know what I'm saying? People that low key, like getting the money and get out the way basically. So we kind of had the wrong aspect at first, but yeah. It's a good spot.
It really is.
It just needs some care basically, so we need to use all the marketing strategies. We know you can even use some of our own resources, like people that famous or whatever. Beijing Zuma, shout out Beijing Zuma.
Correct.
He's a cool man. I tell you watch this.
Jordan English is another talk influencer too, man. He good at marketing. I realize that it. He basically building his entire infrastructure based off of marketing. That's the truth. Starting from doing the cheek slugs, and then branch off now into doing the. Then he had these lessons. I don't know if he's still doing the lessons, but I remember those. And then eventually the sensation known as influence, man.
A
restaurant I have never tried yet.
We gotta do that. Just having no fun on us, we get influence. But yeah, so it might sound hard to do, but really all it takes is consistency. That anything, like any advice if you want to grow your brand, your business, you need to be consistent with quality content. Because that's what people really want.
Because it's one thing to do YouTube and like the entertainment aspect and stuff like that. Because you can reach a variety of different audiences. You basically niching to like everybody when you do entertainment. But like when you're dealing with business now, you got decide, alright, this content that I can put out there can be something now that we could basically like learn off of. This isn't just entertainment. This is something that like a business owner will be like, let me sit down and see what these people here doing. Let me like when you type in different advice for businesses and different marketing strategies, you want yourself to be in that search engine. So when it come up now, when it come up, you're right there. Instead of like every time somebody type in name, you're basically on the vlog. You're basically on like the vlog vibe or the challenge vibe, constant doing entertainment and different things like that. And when you really want to grow your business, you gotta build a proper business portfolio, and that's basically start with the content that you're putting out there. Because you really and truly just can't put out any sort of content when you're dealing with business. You gotta put out something that's very informative.
Right. You're targeted.
Right, and
you're
targeted as well.
Basically. I ain't learning in my POV class. I feel disrespected, but other people learn that. I had a gonna self-teach.
Nah, but like how to put it, right? With principles of business in secondary school, you learn a decent amount, but majority of the plans that you know, majority of the things that you're looking to execute, you wouldn't necessarily learn them in class. You would probably learn them more off social media, the internet. That's why I always tell people that social media is a very, very great place to learn a lot. To be honest, it's a very powerful source.
We learn most things on YouTube or social media. We like.
Correct.
Not true. Exactly. It's so true. Or like just being around somebody in the same field, you will learn so much.
Right.
So I was lucky to know certain people. I meet certain people to really jumpstart me with things. I put me on information fast that I will go watch like 80 videos or try online courses to learn. So
yeah, it's be a very, like, as I tell you, like, and that's another thing you just touched. There are a lot of online courses. I got a lot of courses out there dealing with business that you could do. You don't have to necessarily rely on our community college, UB, or even SJP. Not bashing them, but they got a lot of different online courses out there that you could do. That you could get different certificates for.
The funny thing is, right? Some of these certificates higher.
That's what I mean, but no one knows that, you know. They don't really study that the certificates are higher.
So if you want to work overseas or down here, you have a high school. So when people see this thing now, so I would say that once you show these people, look, I got this certificate, and you got a good personality, and you really like add the human touch to your services. I'll not be like a square. I just tell them their numbers, cause you gotta understand you're working with people. You're in your business.
The most important thing too, I want just let business owners know about small business entrepreneurs is that you always gotta remember to reinvest in the business. You always gotta remember that the capital is basically the most important part of the business. That's basically your business like net worth. That's the money that can make the business move. Like that's where a lot of like sometimes young entrepreneurs is fail because when they make the money, they're gonna spend it. They don't necessarily invest back into the business or even look back at it. So that's why you see a lot of young businesses that it was like, wait, what become of this?
Yeah.
When you realize it, the person just neglect it because it's like they make the money, they might buy the clothes, and buy whoever the birthday present, spend it for whoever and think, but forget to look back at the business and the business just plummet.
Something as simple as a ring light or a camera.
Right, like buy stuff that can be of value and use like an asset to the business. Like for example, we got a social media marketing agency. The assets we're gonna need are laptops, cameras, and different software premium access to like Photoshop, sure. Adobe Express. That means these are things that we can look to be with our stuff.
Alexa.
Not to bash me, right? But that was one majority, so that was that spot.
Oh, dude.
No thanks. There's not a lot of ladies out there that can actually drive pretty good. But yeah, so it's like, it's gonna always remember to reinvest back into the business. If you made, let me say, 50 grand in January, what you could do is you could invest, you could put about 25% back into the business.
Yeah guys, so this is Taraka. Yeah guys, can see some tourists passing through, no? The tourists love this spot, I could tell.
Welcome.
Oh my.
Right now, right? Right now, right? See right here? Right now, right? All I need to see a chessboard. A chessboard, but like the vibe, like. This beautiful establishment is called Corky's, home to the finest international whiskeys and cigars you'll ever come across. Another highly exclusive brand of whiskey which resides here as well is this bad boy called Bushmills. And if you're a single malt lover, this whiskey is definitely the one for you. Trust me. My oh my, look at these babies. Damn, cocktails are to die for. Trust me on that. And different flavors too, not gonna lie. Very attractive, very good style of bottle as well. But ooh, no, we talking. If you're a whiskey lover and you see your favorite brand on here, drop it in the comment section. Trust me, I know I know they got some brands in here. Look at that Kashi, all the way from Japan. Of course, the bad boy, straight from Ireland, top MMA fighter, top UFC fighter, Conor McGregor, proper 12. Don't get no better than that. Trust.
But yeah, so if you consider, right, the size of each of these flavors, right, you'll get an understanding of what it's like. There's not mass market kind of like, this is.
Yeah guys, now we are going into the humidor, and this is basically an airtight container to keep the cigars moist and preserved. And you can see a lot of thought went into this. The design is immaculate, and this is just a great place to really just kick a vibe, smoke a cigar, relax. Business meetings, your father or your grandfather's birthday, this is really the bar at cigar lounge. Honestly, hands down.
Here we have another top tier shutter house on the property, Raha, home to some very nice art pieces. As you can see there, coming now, the puff and mingle little joint, you know, kick it, vape, got the hookahs. But this shutter house actually, the owner of this shutter house actually does catering for a yacht that comes into Barbados. And honestly, the food is top tier, so they say. This lovely art piece. Whew.
Now behold the coffee boutique. I love the colors, the vintage paintings, and it's actually backed by history. And basically everything in here is just taken back in time to how coffee was made. And I just love how well thought out and put together everything is, even the process of coffee, everything. And yeah, it really gives you like an overseas like.
I was gonna tell you about that. A bean with a slightly different flavoring. It's got hints of vanilla and tea. Alright, so as I said, there's a fully automated machine. I have everything preset to what I want to do for the size of the cups and all that, right? A latte is an espresso based drink that has a shot of espresso in it. Maybe 50% of it will be steamed milk, and then there's a little bit of milk foam on top, right? So that's what you're gonna get. Really good drink. This look really pretty when we make it this way. So that's why we serve it in a clear glass, right? Same God. You just see the layers on it. Pretty cool. Machine heating up now. With a traditional espresso machine or one of the bigger, even analog machines. Now look like this here. They go a lot
Your cousin
more.
was saying that in like the old, like if you watch certain shows, you will see that this is the coffee machine you see a lot.
So these now you have to grind the bean, because you always start with the whole bean. You go grind the bean, then spread it in the thing, tamp it, all that. Then attach it, then run water at high pressure, ground beans to get your espresso shot, and then you steam the milk and pour it in. This machine does all of that.
So I don't know if serve coffee like that.
What's the difference? That's not typical cups. You actually got these specific things. So if you're actually overseas and you're in a place that was doing artisan coffees and that kind of thing, so if there's a shot, you got a little shot of glass with you. Yeah, espresso or whatever you use it.
So is it a taste of overseas down here?
Trying to classically drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely
Last
did.
name?